So you were setting up traps?
It's on a poppin'.
What kind of traps?
Electric traps.
What? You don't do the snap the neck or the sticky where you can just watch them.
No. I'm a little more humane.
Or they have little hotels where they go in and then it closes so you can let them go free.
Definitely not.
Okay.
No, I got ones where they trap them in those hotels and then a little gas goes through the ceilings and it's so.
How much money are these?
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. Oh my God. First of all, I'm picturing it going as soon as they touch it, like electricity starts.
Who am I, the Joker?
I don't know.
Tim Burton's Batman?
So satisfying.
Are you happy?
No.
Why? That's such a cynical, pessimistic way to be.
Like in life?
I mean, I just said, are you happy? You go, no.
I mean, I'm happy when I'm with you.
That's it. Welcome to satisfying, huh?
Yeah. I am. You do always make everything better.
I do?
Yeah. Look, that's supposed to be my husband, but it's you.
Well, I'll take that role. I'll take on that responsibility.
Thank you.
I feel like he probably gets more of the benefits than I do.
Yeah.
But like, at least I can bring joy into your life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Right.
That's
Are you one of those people that gets joy from bringing other people joy? Like, I love doing something for someone, or if they ask me like a favor, I love to like do it for them because it makes me feel so good.
No.
You're
not
like, if I do it for myself, I feel great.
Yeah, not like a favor. I like to do things that will help people.
Right.
Right. But number one, I never want credit for it because that makes me uncomfortable. And number two,
I want all the credit.
yeah, you do. And number two, no, when you say like a favor, like, hey, can you hook me up with, I don't like doing hookups.
I know. Because then you feel like you owe them something.
I owe them something. I have to go out of my way. It becomes a whole thing. Like, I don't like hookups.
Certain people I feel like that with, but not like always. Like there's certain people that I'm like, oh man, I'm going to owe them big for asking for this.
Right.
And I would hope that they would feel that way too.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Nothing's free.
No.
I'm acutely aware
Yeah.
that nothing's free.
Even if it's not attached to actual physical money.
Which is why even more so, I'm like, no,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
not
yeah.
attached. I'm doing a thing that will help you.
Yeah.
I don't care if you never find out I did it.
It's weird.
Like we're good.
Again, I don't do things for people because I want to be recognized. But when I do it and pull through, I'd like to be.
You're trying to get recognized.
Yeah, like I don't know, and I'm happy. Other people smiling makes me happy. When I make someone laugh, makes me happy. Doesn't it make you happy when you make someone laugh?
That's never happened. Unfortunately.
It just happened.
I'm still working on that.
Is our whole clip this episode going to be? Are you happy? No.
No.
That's it. End of clip.
That's it. That's the whole thing. I'll tell you what. My faith in democracy has been restored.
Yeah.
Not because of the results, but because they are taking this voting stuff so seriously.
Well, because it was just a debacle last time.
I almost didn't get in.
Oh, you could. Do you know that I walked right in, no line?
No. I got in without a line.
Oh.
I didn't make it past security. Almost.
What did you have on you? A Glock?
Well, I brought my Glock. I said, this is my Kamala Glock. It's okay.
Did you have... what I didn't. We didn't think we had security. Did I have security and I didn't see them?
Well, it's the old lady sitting at the table is the security.
Okay, what happened?
So I go in, and they're like, "What's your name?" I go, "Like you don't know."
You better not have said that. I would say that, not you.
I go like this. No, it's really me.
Yeah, it's the guy.
No, so I tell my name. They go, "Okay, what's your address?" I tell them my address. They go, "Okay, well, you just sign here." I go, "Okay."
See you later.
And then they look at the screen. They're looking at something. I go, I wonder what they're looking at. I thought you just signed like you signed for a package.
Yeah.
And like one lady tells the other one, I think that kind of matches. And the other lady goes, that doesn't match.
Well, because they have all like were you not registered to vote?
No, the signature.
Oh, really?
I didn't know that the signature has to match. I go, how did I sign that? And they go, well, we can't show you the signature.
Because then you're going to do that.
I was going to, because I don't have.
But I don't have a signature. Like I just like scribble.
That's what I tried to do. And now I'm overthinking it, right? Now I'm like, wait, how do I scribble my signature? And so they're like, all right, look, can you sign again? I go, okay. And I signed again. But now I'm overthinking it. I go, do I come up high on the S? Do I cross the T?
Right.
Like I'm really trying to get it.
Yeah, do I take my time or am I very aggressive? Like I'm like a lawyer or a doctor?
Right. That's
Right.
why I signed it the second time. Yeah. And then they turn back the monitor around. Now all three of them go like this. That doesn't match at all. No, that doesn't match.
Like I don't even. Did I sign something? I don't even remember. I must have, right?
I don't know. This is how it works in the Westchester.
Why don't you just take my ID?
They can't.
Oh, I forgot.
That's because one of them said
I just
that.
said remember.
I remember. I don't remember.
I don't remember.
No, they can't. I guess, because one of them goes like, "Well, in all, in case, break glass in case of emergency. Why don't you just show us your ID?" I go, "Yeah, okay, no problem." And the lady next to him goes, "We're not supposed to ask them for their IDs."
Oh my God! So how old was this woman? 93. She obviously was doing everything wrong.
No, the one asking for the ID?
Yeah.
She was the oldest one.
Okay.
Yes, very much so. And they go, "Oh, that's right. Oh, we're not supposed to ask you for the ID." And I'm like, "Well, how did I sign it? How did I mean, I'm not. Google me. Okay? It's me."
You'd better not have said
No,
that
I
either.
didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Oh my God.
I didn't say that, but I'm like sitting there going like, how, and this is also how my brain works. I go, this is so funny. I'm not going to be able to vote today.
You thought that was,
They're just going to throw me out. I'm not going to be able to vote.
Story to tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I go, okay. I go, hey, can I look on the signature on my driver's license and try to copy that? Is it the same signature?
Yeah, because this is my face. I am me. I am him.
He is I
me.
and I am him.
Yeah.
And they go, I don't know if it's the same signature. I mean, they clearly hadn't, because it's like, what are you talking about? You need to look at your own signature. I go, well, I need to look at my own signature. And they're like, yeah, as long as you don't show us the ID, you could look at your own ID. And I was like,
yeah, I mean,
all right. I pulled out my
what
ID.
a ridiculous conversation this is.
And I'm looking at the signature.
That doesn't look like anything like either of the ones you did.
I look at the signature. I go, I'm sure someone else must have signed this. I don't remember signing this. I've never signed my name like this. But I don't know how I sign my name. You go to the parking lot with me every day. They make me sign.
You just do a couple squiggles.
Yeah, I mean, all of them look different.
Yeah.
If Amex looked at it, they'd be like, who is you see? Like, this doesn't help us at all.
Yeah.
And also, by the way, I don't think these ladies were forensic handwriting experts either.
No, but also the fact that they were like commiserating, kind of just like
it was the three of them as a committee going like, no, we can't.
That doesn't look good.
We can't. Match. I'm like, because in forensic, I took forensics in high school.
So did I.
So we know.
We learned all about which was one of the coolest classes ever. We learned all about all the serial killers.
Right.
It was a very cool class.
But you also learn handwriting analysis, and you just look for the you look for the loop on maybe the T or how big the curve on the S is or something like that. And I guess I just wasn't hitting it.
Were you trying to draw from your forensic science knowledge?
I was trying to go what are the traits that always match in my signature that I could then put in this signature so they would just let me vote?
Like a freaking nightmare.
I'm like, I don't even want to vote this bad.
I would have been like, I quit, and I would have gone somewhere else to vote.
I wanted to lean in and go, first of all, what are you talking about?
We had multiple places to go.
You can't go to multiple places.
Yes.
One place per person.
No, I'm saying if they wouldn't let you in,
no.
Well, there was two schools right next to each other. I could have gone to either school.
I don't think that's true.
Really? We'll never know.
There's districts and precincts that you go to. You go to one specific place. That's the place that you go to, and that's the table you go to in the place.
I have to ask.
Ooh.
I don't know, because it's the kids' school. So that was a place that was open. You could vote, and then also there's a middle school next door to it. That's where I usually vote, but then I saw. Anyways,
what I wanted to do is go we're in New York.
Yes.
What difference does it make?
Yeah.
It's going blue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, can I go home?
Yeah.
Can I get the sticker?
Well,
will you give me the sticker?
That's all I want.
If I can get the sticker, I can get in the car, take my selfie, and be done.
Peace.
Right.
Yes.
Can I just have the sticker?
Yeah.
And so I look at the signature on the thing. I go, okay. And they go, you want to try one more time?
This is insane.
I go, yeah, let's roll the dice. Let's go one more time, baby. And I did it. And they looked at it. They were like, yeah, I guess that matches. Like, it clearly still, they were like, okay.
Also, do these people need to go through any training, or they're just random volunteers?
I don't know, but they act as a committee.
Okay, clearly.
You can't sell one of them, because I think I could have sold the middle one on the first signature. I knew. I looked at her, and the way she hesitated, I was like, I can sell this one on the signature. The other two, they were like, no.
Did you feel like you were on American Idol for voting?
I did.
They were like, not
Yeah, because that's what I got. It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me, dog.
And I'm like, oh, please, God.
You're like, I want to go
I'm putting my faith in Simon. He never passes anyone through.
No.
But there was something about that third one that Simon liked.
So, of course, I had a debacle also. I get right in. I bring both kids. I bring the dog. And I just
good.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a scene or anything.
No, they were loving it. They like when the kids come in. You get the future voter, and they show them how it works.
Kids.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. But the dog is a lot.
Well, I had to walk him, so I just figured I'd kill a few
dogs
birds.
here too.
Dogs here.
Got a sticker for the dog?
Yeah. Leo got a sticker.
Oh, wow.
Go check it out at Mashup Nicole. Okay, so listen. So
I gotta see this sticker.
It's so cute. It's
sure
on his
it
little
is.
fur.
I'm sure
So they
it
give
is.
you the ballot. They give it in the folder, right? So I go in and I'm doing the things, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. So we go over, and she's like, okay, you can use machine B to like put your ballot thing in. It's got like the little sucker, sucks it in.
That's what they call it.
A sucker, ballot sucker.
You gotta put it slowly in the sucker.
Right.
Is what they say.
Right. Just let it suck it in.
Right.
So I go to put it
I
in.
tried to put mine in, and the lady came over. She was like, "Yep, just put it in that way." I go, "Don't look at who I voted."
Did you say
for."
that?
No.
Oh, but I thought you would. I could see you doing that as a
Don't
joke.
look at who
No.
I voted
so
for.
it won't go in, and then she's just like kind of like trying to help a little bit. And she goes, "All right, why don't you just try it the other way?" So I flip it around. It's going in. It's making a noise like I've done something wrong. And I was like, I don't understand. I was like, can you come help me? She's like, well, I don't want to look at who you voted. And I was like, I don't care. Look at it.
Votes are private.
Who cares? I just want to put it in the ballot sucker and go.
Yeah.
And she looks, she goes, oh, no, that's not going to work. You colored outside the lines.
You didn't color outside the lines, did you?
First of all,
it's a bubble.
Okay, but it's a very small bubble, and I just made sure there was a little darkness. The computer just can't pick up the darkness, so maybe like a line or two kind of went out. I didn't perfectly make it, and they made me redo the ballot. Like
You had to redo. You,
like I was in art class and when I was 7, and I colored outside the lines.
you messed up your vote.
Yeah,
You
no.
had to redo it.
Well,
I wonder
they-
if they counted both of them.
No, she was like folding it and writing void all over it,
But
and
you remember, what was it, 2000? The hanging chads? This could be a disaster.
the hanging chads.
Remember hanging chads?
No.
This was when Bush Gore. Remember what a disaster the Bush Gore election was? That it was like, it took months to recount all the votes and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, it was because like that was back when like when you had to like punch through holes. You
Yeah.
didn't circle them in.
Yes!
And like you saw the old ladies like
Is it-
looking at the
yeah.
holes because the holes weren't punched all the way through. They were punched all the way through only on 3 sides.
But like, why is the computer like?
So they dangled it, so then you would put it through the computer, and then it would flat back up when it was put through the computer. You
and
see what
then-
I'm saying?
Yeah. So then.
And so then they became the hanging chads, and they had to count them hand by hand. You were about to bring back the hanging chads with your
Yeah.
poor coloring skills.
But like also like how does the machine not just like see that this one is filled in, this has some marking, this has none. Like I felt like I was getting shamed for being a bad color. I was just trying to vote.
It really is weird.
Yeah.
That with all the technology that
Yeah.
we have, like you can get on a plane by scanning your eyeballs. That's
Yep.
all they need now. They got all your passport information in your eyeballs.
So why is it not streamlined? Because all my friends were telling me what their voting things looked like. Some still have the old school thing. Some like everyone's got different voting machines.
Yeah, it is weird, isn't
Right?
it? Even just me talking to you about my experience, you're like, wait, don't you do this? I'm like, no. I
don't
do-
you need to be
Yeah. It's very strange.
like in theory? Could those women have been like, no, it's not going to do.
the signature?
Yeah, try
100%.
Try again next time.
No, dog. See you in 4.
Yeah.
Because I'm not voting local.
No.
It's president or nothing.
Oh.
They're like, see you in 4, dog. I still try to get that sticker, though.
Yeah.
Gotta get the sticker.
I mean, the sticker's like really a thing.
It's
I mean, I did
huge.
it too, but I think it's just kind of being like, hey, you have this right. And there are people all the time that are like, I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to make a difference. Well, if everybody felt that way. So I always feel like that's what it is.
You want to make a difference.
I want to make a difference.
Yeah, I think you did.
You do?
Yeah.
Clearly not.
Okay.
Didn't exactly,
Yeah. Yeah, and then did you watch election coverage and all that?
a tiny bit.
I was so almost. It's definitely a commentary on where we're at and the potential of honestly of satisfying.
Oh, really?
I have a new goal
Okay.
in 4 years. And It's a
Yeah.
4-year goal. I think that you and I should pick the next president
I don't understand.
because I was watching right, and at first I go, podcast can't pick the president. That's ridiculous, right?
Right.
And I'm watching, right? I turned it on and maybe 6 or 7, just as the precincts started to close,
Yeah.
right? Just to get some of those early numbers from the precincts closing. I was watching sports,
Yeah.
I had a little thing on my phone that on the island up here,
Ooh,
on the
nice.
dynamic island,
Yeah.
there was a face. And this face was Kamala's face, and this face was Donald's face. And it had the number of electoral college votes.
Oh,
that
you were
they
really
had.
into it.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome.
Okay.
It was awesome. And I'm watching, and the news shows, they go, at first, they were speculating that Trump might lose, right? And they were going, well, Trump lost a lot of his Latino base
When he.
because of the comedian who
Yeah.
said Puerto Rico's an island of garbage. And I go, are you telling me Trump might lose the presidential election Because Tony Hinchcliffe?
Yeah, I mean,
Are you telling me kill Tony is why Trump might lose this election? That's what they were telling me.
Also, I think I asked you this, but like I just don't understand. Does he knows that Puerto Rico is part of the United States of America, right?
Who, Trump or Tony?
I guess all of the above.
Sure.
Okay, then why are you shitting on
It's a joke.
the U.S.? Yeah.
You know.
Okay. Well, I don't think he was joking.
You don't think so? You think he actually thinks it's a literal island of garbage?
Probably.
All right. Well, look, I can't speak for. I'm not here to
No.
speak for anybody but myself.
I'm speaking, Tony.
Okay. I don't even think you know Tony, but
Call me.
but I'm going. Whoa. It is kind of wild, regardless of how this goes. That news show just told me Tony Hinchcliffe, who I've known forever, is determining that Trump's not going to win.
I don't put anything past this country anymore.
It's
So, yeah,
amazing.
it's not.
But then I'm watching the same show, and they start calculating these votes, right? And they go, and in Michigan, 60% of the Latino vote showed up. 60% of the Latino vote showed up pro-Trump. Like they slowly realized this did not have the effect. That Tony Hinchcliffe was not able to skew the election. So then you know what they say?
What?
They go, oh, we're at these college campuses. Because then if you start looking at it at first, it's very early, right? Trump has a lead early.
Yeah.
But it's so early, it doesn't even matter. It's
No.
just like, of course, it's just a bunch of red states
Right.
that we already knew he was going to get these.
Right.
Kamala starts picking up some blue states over here. But then when those leads started to shift, those margins and the swing states started to get tighter and tighter and started leaning towards Trump.
Yeah.
Then the news shows started changing what they were saying.
Yes.
And they go, well, yeah, all these college kids, they've been online for hours. And you know what they said?
What?
They said that they really learned about Trump through the Joe Rogan interview. And I'm going, wait a second. When I tuned in earlier, you told me Trump might lose because of Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yes.
Now you're telling me Trump's going to win because of Joe Rogan.
It's just like a club.
So what I'm saying is we get a couple, we boost this show up a little bit.
I got it.
Who's to say we won't either cost or give someone the election next year?
We can take the power.
Because I'm listening to this news show going like, yeah, either you Tony Hinchcliffe or Joe Rogan. It's one of the two.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
We're doing it.
Got to.
4 years. It's all up to satisfying.
Got to. I mean, but it is amazing that but when I just said that to you, without putting it in the context of how crazy how crazy is it that podcasts are as powerful as they are?
Yeah.
If I just said as two statements, Tony Hinchcliffe might cost Donald Trump a lot of votes, you go, yeah.
Yeah.
If I said Joe Rogan might gain Donald Trump a lot of supporters, you go, yeah.
Right.
Now we're in this position where podcasts are making all the difference in the world.
Oh my God, we could.
I mean,
so maybe I can make a difference.
You didn't tell me Trump was not everywhere when Theo Vaughn was asking about cocaine.
Oh, Theo Vaughn just makes me laugh so hard.
That's what I'm saying.
He was good with Theo.
Right. And you saw it. You don't even listen to these podcasts like that.
No.
But you saw it.
Yeah.
These podcasts are making a huge difference.
All right. So like you're restoring my faith in
Not
humanity.
in humanity, but in podcasts.
In podcasts. in you and I.
Right.
Period.
Right. And it really is like, it is also very interesting that like Kamala did all the late night shows. I don't think Donald Trump did any late night shows.
Well, I think he knows. I mean, at least like a Jimmy Kimmel, like a lot of them, I think, make such fun of him.
Maybe Jimmy Fallon will ruffle his hair again, though.
Ooh, I did not like that.
That was like the.
I remember.
That was the moment. That's like the jump the shark moment for Fallon.
I know, but I just was like, oh no! Like it was happening in slow motion, like.
Yeah. But it's like it felt like Kamala like really focused on late night shows, The View, like TV shows. Whereas Trump is like, I'm not going to fight to get on these TV shows. I'm going to do like every big podcast.
And it seemed to have worked out.
Wild, huh?
Yeah.
Podcasts are big.
He didn't answer.
Not this one, but other podcasts.
I mean, we
are big.
also invited Kamala and Trump. And
I think I did say I would have Trump in the basement.
You did. We reached out to their people.
I'll even, JD wants to throw.
Yeah.
Come on over. I'll have JD in here.
Will he do my makeup?
You mean because of that?
Oh, doesn't he wear a little eyeliner?
I think so. It looks like it.
I mean,
I would guess.
Teach their own. But
Yeah,
I want
think
him
so.
to show me some of his technique.
I think so. I mean,
techniques.
It is. It might be time. We're on the verge of this change of leadership, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much of it do you think have to do with what they did to Peanut the squirrel?
Oh my God, I don't understand why they would do that. I'm having a hard time. I thought what I had read was that the guy that owned Peanut found Peanut, whose mother had passed away, and raised it like it was his own, and also a raccoon. So, but we would post
Separate from Peanut.
Yes, but they would like post videos and do little tricks, and like it was. I mean, listen, you're not supposed to. Those are not domestic animals, but this was kind of a thing.
Clearly, Peanut was having the time of his life.
Oh, the time of his life.
Peanut the squirrel.
I mean,
this guy, he's over here, right? Yeah, I think like his mom got ran over or something like that.
Yeah.
I like that you respectfully said the squirrel passed away. Like I've never heard. I guess because in the context of it was Peanut's mom, that's somebody's mother. You want to be respectful.
Yeah,
you want to say they
respectful.
passed away.
Rest in
but I've
peace.
never seen roadkill and be like, oh, it's too bad.
No.
That animal passed away.
No, it's funny. We were staying at a friend's house, a lake house, a couple years ago, and there was like a main road, and we were always like nervous to cross it to go over to the lake. But one morning we came out, and there was a squirrel like smashed to smithereens, and it just kept getting run over, and we were like, "That's worse luck, squirrel. Worse luck, squirrel. He just went right at the wrong time."
Right.
So Peanut's now also a worse luck squirrel.
Yeah, because
but they were like crying hysterically.
What's
like
their pet?
It was their pet, but why? Who has the authority to euthanize them? He was just fine.
Well, they didn't know. So what happened was.
Do I only have half the story?
No, you were right.
Okay.
You nailed it. The family had this pet squirrel, and they also happened to have a raccoon. But the squirrel was the one that did tricks on Instagram. It was
Yeah, raccoons do nothing for me. They look like assholes. Actually, they are assholes. Squirrels, even though they're like cute vermin, it's still a vermin. It's still in like the rat and mouse family, which I'm not a fan of.
I think they're both cute animals.
A raccoon?
I think raccoons are pretty cute.
They're assholes.
They're
jerks.
really scary.
Yeah, and they foam at the mouth when they have rabies. Or does everybody foam at the mouth?
Everybody foams.
Would I foam at the mouth if I have rabies?
Unfortunately, yes.
Rabies?
Rabies.
Do you think that would be hot?
I do for a moment.
Okay, and then you'd be like, okay, now.
And then I'd be like, yeah, I can't trust her. Can't trust her. But I would stick around for the foaming.
Okay.
Yeah, so they have this squirrel. They're doing all kinds of squirrel tricks on Instagram, you know? And then I guess maybe somebody ratted them out, maybe one too many Instagram videos. But the state came in and they said like barged in the door.
Yeah, I mean, I understand if it's like I almost said wild animal, but something like I don't know, like a tiger or a monkey or something that they found that those things are really like
dangerous.
Yeah, and not domestic.
Well, yeah, that's what they said that they found a raccoon in there too, but they were like, it's two separate stories, right?
Okay.
If you want to keep a squirrel and raccoon as a pet, I don't have a problem with it.
Yes,
but I would never be friends with somebody that had wildlife as a pet. I'm never going to your house. You're weird.
But you said you think that he's cute, so you didn't want...
Squirrels are cute, but they're not pets.
You wouldn't want it like jumping on you?
No, if I went to a house and they were like, this is my pet squirrel, I'd be like, all right, see you later. We're not talking anymore.
What if I had a bunny rabbit?
From a pet store, that's fine.
What if I found him in the wild?
What are you doing?
Peter just came home with me.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore.
Really?
Because it's not that I'm scared. It's not that I'm scared.
I'm not scared. What's wrong with us today?
I'm not scared.
What are words?
No,
today?
yeah.
What are words?
It's not that I'm scared. It's that I think that the personality of somebody that keeps wildlife as pets is a weirdo.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't want to be in that. I don't want that energy.
This guy's kind of hot now that I'm looking at him. So is she. I never really saw the video.
Oh,
she's a neck tattoo.
That's sick.
Badass.
Maybe I'm rethinking my stance on that, actually. But
maybe you want to hang out with her.
Yeah.
And I want to hang out with him.
Let's all hang out together.
Let's go swing.
I don't know if that's how swinging works, but for this,
right.
Hey.
We'll pretend we're married.
I don't mind.
Okay.
So, yeah, they came in and they took the squirrel and the raccoon, and they were like, we're gonna take these now, and we're gonna test them for rabies.
Okay.
And they go, okay. And they go, but you can't check for rabies unless they're dead, so we better check for rabies.
So when they took
that's
the animals,
why they euthanized them.
Did they think that they were getting their things back?
I don't know.
Like, did they kind of say we have to go test them, then we'll bring them back?
No, I don't think they lied.
Okay.
But I do. But that's why the euthanasia took place.
Right.
Because I guess to check for rabies, maybe it's like CTE. To check for rabies,
right.
you gotta be dead.
Right. But then, like, what was the point of checking for the rabies? Were they doing research in the area?
No.
I don't understand.
They don't need rabies research. They need to check those animals for rabies because that way they know if these people or any other people had contact with an animal with rabies, you got to find out. Now, I feel like you could have gotten there quicker by just checking the people for rabies.
Also
but maybe
true. But
maybe you'd have to euthanize the people.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to do that.
No, you could check them for rabies, but like if they're not bitten or anything, you don't just get. It's not airborne. I don't think.
Well, you can't just trust him. He's had that squirrel for 7 years. What if you bit him 5 years ago?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to see what they said. I never saw this.
Okay, this was them explaining what happened. Oh, hang on. Let me give you a little juice.
It just shows that these animals touched so many people. And again, it shows how disgraceful this entire situation has been. Not only is it a bad look for the state, it's a bad look
Biden.
for humanity. Like, what are we doing with our resources and our tax dollars? What are we doing? So, to your point, yes, we're going to be, moving forward with some legal action. We can't talk much about it right now as we are in the beginning stages of it, but we will be moving forward. This is not going to be the last of this. Peanut did not die in vain. The fact of the matter is, we were heavily mistreated. There were so many violated constitutional
I think
Yeah.
that's the peanut. I think he
Oh,
let
like
it
a
play
little
on the
cat
peanut.
thing.
Yeah.
rights in this situation, and it's not even funny. And the simple fact of the matter is we did all of this for a squirrel and a raccoon. It just shows kind of the state of where New York is, where we have so many things to worry about, but somehow we had enough manpower and resources to devote it to a
not
squirrel and a
wrong.
raccoon.
Pretty good
So
point.
not
Yeah.
only are we going to be filing some legal battles, but we also want answers. The support that we have been getting over the past couple
All right.
days.
All right. So do we think number one, he's gonna go out and find some new wild animals
Well,
to train?
well, yeah, that's a baby squirrel. You gotta get these squirrels from the time they're babies.
Right. Otherwise, yeah.
Plus, they move so fast.
Dude, like that's what I don't like. Like it's like a kitten, like flying all over, zipping. Like it kind of freaks me out.
Do you look at squirrels and rats the same way?
No, but it's funny. Like my friend Tina, I have video of her. We were in the park, like just hanging out. It was beautiful. And she was like, "Oh, look at this little squirrel." I was like, "Don't touch him." And she was like starting to feed him, which you're not supposed to do, right? But she was doing it. And I was like, she was like, "He's so cute." And he was coming over and like touching her. And I was like, "That's not cute. Like it's kind of cute, but like they really are just cuter, like mice,
Yeah, like when
like with furry tails."
when I'm in the city, walking to work, I see rats constantly.
And you kind of like, ugh, but a
Hate
squirrel,
'em,
you'd be like,
hate 'em.
"Hey,
Squirrels are all over my back and front yard. I'm like, hey, squirrels,
what's up?"
welcome to This Is Paradise. What am I, in a Disney cartoon? This is great.
I'd like to Google it and see if they are categorized as vermin because I feel like they are.
Are squirrels vermin?
Are squirrels? Why don't we just ask Siri?
Siri.
I can ask Siri. I don't even know if it works.
Yeah, you asked.
Hey Siri, are squirrels vermin?
You don't have to yell at her.
Sorry. Let's see what she says.
Shut up, Nicole.
She just says good afternoon, but that's not answering my question. Anywho,
Let's see. Are squirrels
what's-
vermin?
look at us. Our research.
Are squirrels rodents?
Oh,
Squirrels are members of the Squirrel family that includes small or medium-sized rodents. Squirrel family includes tree squirrels, ground squirrels, and flying squirrels. Well, that feels like a cop-out.
Yo, how crazy are flying squirrels?
Flying squirrels are nuts.
Like, what would you do if there was a flying squirrel in your house? I had a
Move.
friend who had.
House is yours, squirrel. You win this one.
I had a friend who it was literally like torturing them. They couldn't get it out in the
Yeah.
house because you go to get it and it's just like takes off with its little bat wings.
that would.
It's kind of cool that they can do it, but it's so
It's a
freaky.
superpower.
It is.
It's 100% a superpower.
They should make a scary movie about that.
Flying squirrels.
Yeah.
At least they're
Like Attack
small.
of Flying Squirrels.
I think the worst.
is a fat rat with the fleshy tail.
Oh, that's bad.
It's the fleshy tail that gets me.
And I mean, New York, they're full of. They don't have them out here, but New York is the worst.
I mean, you remember we had like an infestation. I screamed on the air during COVID.
Those were like rats.
No, those were mice.
Little
We
mice.
never had rats in our
Every
house.
now and then, a field mice will pop in. A field mouse will pop in here, but that's again, it's like a, the fox and the hare.
Right.
It's
just like a story.
Disney
book.
animation
Right.
come to life.
Not me.
No.
Mine are like,
Yeah, I don't like that. I know, especially when they're up as high as your apartment is.
yeah, like how did they get in?
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
understand.
That's a
Like,
resource for their climbing pipes.
I remember breastfeeding Keegan, sitting out in the middle of the night, letting Matt sleep because it's the kind of wife I am.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting there, and I saw like two fly over, and then one was like on the counter, and I was like, okay, you always picture them on the ground.
Two fly over and one was on the counter.
One was on the counter, which freaks me out because I'm always like, whatever. If there's ever been a mouse, I'm like, whatever. It's not going to get on my bed. And now I'm like, oh, 100%. It could climb up and just be on my face.
That means there's tons of them. If you saw 3 of them in one shot,
Fuck you.
that's an infestation.
There was a hole behind the dishwasher. There was like a hole. Yeah, all different places.
During the pandemic, I had a moment where clearly there were like maybe 3 field mice had gotten into the basement.
Ooh.
Like I found the droppings, and I was like, "Bitch, it's the pandemic. I got nothing but time.
So you were setting up traps?
It's on and popping.
What kind of traps?
Electric traps.
What? You don't do the snap the neck or the sticky where you can just watch them.
No. I'm a little more humane.
Or they have little hotels where they go in and then it closes so you can let them go free.
Definitely not.
Okay.
No, I got ones where they trap them in those hotels, and then a little gas goes through the ceilings, and it's so.
How much money are these?
I'm just kidding.
Oh my God. Oh my God. First of all, I'm picturing it going as soon as they touch it, like electricity starts.
Who am I, the Joker?
I
in
don't
like
know.
Tim Burton's Batman?
If you didn't just tell me, I'd go home and be like, yo, Matt, next time we have
We gotta get the gas traps.
We gotta get the gas traps. the electrical gas traps that will electrocute and gas them.
No, I got.
That's crazy.
How much they cost and where can I get them? I got the traps that, like, if the floor is electric, you put a little peanut butter in the back, and then they go through so they don't back out. Right, they have to go around a corner in the trap, and then they're stuck in there. Zap, you're dead. And
no gas included.
No, there's no gas.
Okay, I hate you. Also, I feel like every time we would put out like a snap one, like I'd come out and the cheese or the peanut butter or whatever would be gone and that thing had snapped and I could hear it and then I'd be like, we got them. No, they didn't.
Yeah.
They're good. They're smart.
I've seen them escape those things too. You feel like a real horse's ass when that happens.
A real horse's ass specifically, and they can collapse their bones and get underneath. You can't. You're not protected in a room.
No,
the door's
they'll
closed.
go right under the door.
They're like transform. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
They're vile. They're one of my biggest fears.
Yeah, I was tracking them by their droppings. You know?
Okay,
That's how
nice.
you find them.
Right.
And so I get them, and over the course of like 3-4 days, I cleared out all of them. There was like 3 or 4 probably.
Now, once it's trapped or once it's dead, you have no problem picking it up.
Wow, that's the great thing about the electric traps is I would have a huge problem. You know, I'm a city slicker.
Right.
You know, I don't know about this
You are.
wildlife.
You are.
But like, yeah, opening the trap back up where the body's right there and shake, it'd be tough for me. It'd be tough. And also all these horror movies.
Yeah.
It's true. Like when I see like the dead mouse, I'm like, this shit's gonna come back to life and be a zombie mouse,
Right?
and attack me for sure.
100%.
I gotta get out of here.
I'm a goner.
Yeah.
We always use tongs, like food tongs.
Smart.
Well, why not? I don't have to touch it. It's kind of long, so I don't have to get close to it. And then you kind of maybe grab it by its. Oh, I don't.
So what I use the electric ones, and they're covered,
Right.
and then you pop open the top, and you can kind of shake it out.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do. So like the light comes on to let me know, or you see a little tail sticking out of the back.
I don't like it.
And you're like, oh, there's a goner in there. So I get it, and then I go to the bush in my neighbor's front yard.
I hope they don't listen or watch.
And shake it out.
That's so messed up. Put it in the
it's
garbage.
right. It's right. No, because if you put it in the garbage in the suburbs,
Yeah.
you get raccoons.
Oh.
Right?
The
They'll
assholes.
smell it.
Not cute.
Yeah.
Assholes.
Right. So I put it out.
Neighbors.
Right next to me.
That's messed up.
But the neighbor's front yard, because we have like a lot of deer around here.
And they'll eat them.
Or
no, deer like leave. They're
Are deers vegetarian?
No, not veg. What is it? Carnivore or herbivore? They're not. They're
Are they
herbivores.
herbivore? They don't eat meat at all?
I don't think so.
I mean, a nice, delicious mouse just sitting there would be hard to turn it down. But then we get raccoons. We get all kinds of critters. So they disappear anyway. But yeah, I think the worst would probably be a possum.
A possum to have in your house?
Yeah.
No, I think flying squirrel. I'm going flying squirrel. Why?
Actually, no, a raccoon would be the worst because they're so aggressive. A possum.
I can't think of like what a possum even like looks like.
They
kinda,
look like giant rats. They're really disgusting.
But it's kind of almost like hedgehoggy cute.
No, there's nothing cute about
it.
They're that's why I don't like them, because you can get them. Like I've watched people
have them as pets.
No, not have them as pets, but get them in the house, trap them in the house, and get them to get out and everything.
You're gonna show me it?
Yeah, but like, yeah, I mean, look at this thing.
Oh yeah, and they look angry.
Yeah, they look angry.
You know what? I take it back. I would take the flying squirrel over that. You're
and
right.
when you see them like
he looks angry. He looks pissed off.
Yeah, when you see him run across the street, look at this thing. It's horrible. When you see him running across the street, it looks like some kind of freaky, like toxic waste rat,
like radiation rat.
Yeah. You don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, like he drank the weird water that was all contaminated with.
But apparently they're very docile, and you can kind of just hit them with a broom and get them to get out of there. but like because they're big,
Shoo.
you know. But I
I don't
think
want that. I'm
the
good with-
flying squirrel would be like a bat, where it would be
Yeah.
terrible, but
because
also
they know they can always fly.
but they're small. A raccoon would be like,
Not
oh,
once they open up.
that's true. But like if I got a good shot, like if I hit a bat or a flying squirrel with a broom from a distance, I could do some real damage, knock it to the ground, and like, you know, I'm winning that fight.
Yeah.
But straight up,
Yeah.
in a fight, even with weapons, other than if I were firing a gun, with just straight up hand to hand with some hand to hand weapons, I'm not beating a raccoon in a fight. It's not going to happen.
No.
And I'm scared of them.
Well, yes, especially
And they
if
go,
what? Okay, I can see the not the.
I mean, I saw a raccoon once in the tree driving. This raccoon, right? We have a tree right outside our back door. It's like a sliding glass door.
Yeah.
So my dog's just barking at the sliding glass door, losing her mind. I go, Lila, Garrity, come on, let's get out of here. Let's get out. And then I look in the tree, and there's just this raccoon in the tree, just looking down right at Lila.
I thought they were only like that if they had rabies.
No, it was nighttime. They come out at night. If it's during the day, then they're like that.
Yeah.
Then they have rabies. I'm getting creepy crawls just talking about
Are
this
you?
stuff. I hate it.
I'm sorry. Okay, because I was just gonna ask you. This is gonna take me just 2 seconds, but I was gonna ask you because Matt like is very manly in that like he can fix anything.
Machismo.
Yeah, he's just like he can do that kind of stuff. But he is so terrified of mice. It's like it's almost bizarre. So I just need to show you this video. After we had the mice, I would trick him and make him think that they were there because he's so afraid.
You torture him.
He's so torturable. Please find this.
You love
Nicole.
it.
Oh, it's so good. Okay.
You love torturing him.
Yeah. He's. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought I had it. Come on.
What's wrong?
I want to find it. Please don't be mad at me.
I'm furious.
You have to edit this.
I'm not editing it. 'Cause
Please.
I'm so mad at you.
You are.
Furious.
Like legit?
Let me tell you something. We won't get past this one. I'm so mad at you.
Find it.
This is as bad as it's going to get. Well, give up on it.
I'm going to give
Is
it
it going to
up.
be worth that?
No, I guess not.
You already told me what you did.
Oh, I got it. Got it. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Put it on top of the mic.
Okay, wait. Okay.
Oh my god, the mouse! Ah!
Did you see how he just
He dances.
Ah!
He dances. He gets his feet up in the air.
because if he sees a mouse, he would jump into my arms,
Oh my gosh.
throw me towards the mouse, and then lock himself in a bedroom.
See, like if my wife was like, "Oh my god, the mouse," I go like, "You got to stop with these reactions."
No, that's Matt. They belong together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it is bad.
Wow.
I don't like them either, but like
I don't like them at all.
But you wouldn't make that sound and do a weird like court jester dance.
It'd be tough to get me to make that sound and make a court gesture. Although one time, this was years ago, Jess and I, we went out to get a nice bite to eat, you know, and then we're parked, and there in the parking lot, a raccoon was standing between the car that we drove in and the car next to us, and it's just sitting there looking at us.
So were you like, I'm not going towards
And
it?
she's like, "What do we do?" I go, "I don't know, man. I think we gotta wait this out."
You got to start like screaming at them or something. That's all I could think of.
I go, my only plan is to wait this out. Maybe we ask them for a broom. Broom is always my solution.
Why?
And because it's long.
Did you try making a sound?
So I'm going, I mean, you could make a big diversion. And we start going, hey.
Nothing?
Hey. Nothing.
Like just still staring at you?
And Jess just without even like asking if this is a good idea, just looks at me and then goes, and then just starts running to the car going like this.
Oh, like Matt.
And the raccoon ran away.
Oh, so she
She was
raccoon was like, I'm not hanging out with that crazy bitch.
And I was like, oh my God,
You did it.
look at you.
But that was not her intent. She was
And then I
like
got
legit
down on one knee.
Yeah.
And I asked her to marry me.
It's a joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God.
Yes, I mean, I did propose to her eventually. It wasn't that day though.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I would not put it past you to be like,
That's
you
it.
You just proved to me we are meant to be together forever.
You're the one.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. And she did it on purpose. She did it to scare the raccoon.
No, she didn't. She was freaked out.
No, because she just started doing it. She was like, I'm going to go do this right now.
That was her thing.
That was her thing. That was her
I
plan.
would go just like
No,
I wouldn't do.
No, she became a wacky wobbler at like a car dealership.
Wacky wobbler.
Yeah.
I love those.
Yeah. Yeah. So rest in peace to Peanut is the point.
Yeah.
This is the biggest animal death since Harambe.
I know. But wait a minute. Did you hear? I can't fact check right now. We've been going to our phone a lot. Did you hear he's now all of a sudden on OnlyFans because he's got
Peanut?
a really... Peanut's dead. Okay? That dude that you were just playing before is on OnlyFans because apparently he has a massive dong.
Really?
That's what I'm reading. Can't fact check. I could completely be making it up.
So he
but
just shows his wiener on OnlyFans
I was
now?
like, I just feel like that's like a weird segue, like a weird transition, like do cute like squirrel tricks and now
Imagine they called the cops on themselves and sacrificed Peanut
so he could be on OnlyFans
to
get
get
attention.
press so that people would find out about his big dong OnlyFans.
Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that would be pretty smart.
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch the Nuggets game recently?
No, which one is that?
Denver Nuggets? Their
No, I'm
basketball
saying,
team?
but which one?
Well-
Oh, did they put the Dwayne Wade thing up?
No. You wish.
Okay.
No, there was a fan cam that I thought you'd be interested in. You know they do the fan cam in the
Yeah,
arena?
but should I know who that is?
No.
Jack Nicholson?
No. He's a Lakers fan.
Oh yeah. Is it? Okay.
Tell me if you liked it.
Yeah.
Yay. Yay. What are we going to do? Dance.
Okay.
Okay.
One of these. Oh yeah. Love her. Okay. She forgot this one.
She
She did everything but.
She did.
Oh, sorry. I mean, the fact
She
that
just
she
started making-
and she was fully like dancing, like that was part of the dance move. Like
Right.
she didn't even skip a beat.
I just loved it. She was like, you could keep this camera on me? There's only
Cool.
one thing that I know how to do. And she starts making the beach references. And then after she's done one side, the other side, she's like, okay, I'm just
And
going to
then
get a big
boom.
one. I'm just going to get a big one now. And they're like, oh
oh my god! And why are her friends not like following along? Maybe they're embarrassed of her.
I guess, but they must have, I mean, they didn't look shocked.
No, it could just be her. She's like the crazy one.
Like if one of your friends started doing that, you'd be like, oh yeah, we're having a good time.
Yeah. Also, why did I think that was Jack? I'm not Jack Nicholson. He looks way too clean cut.
That's true.
Right. Okay. Feeling it. Mouth is open.
Yeah.
Put it in.
All right, let's go. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Dance. You know what I can do here?
Okay, yeah. I can shove the dick in both my cheeks. I can deep throat it.
Like,
Oh my God.
I've got one moment. This is like Eminem in 8 Mile. I got one moment to seize everything I ever wanted.
did
One
it.
opportunity.
I mean, a little.
I'm not gonna let it slip.
No. A little bit different, but you saw a couple weeks ago, Olivia Rodrigo put these a couple up that was in the front row on the screen behind her, and she was like, "Oh, I love your love. Can you guys do me a favor?" They're like, "Sure." She was like, "Can you guys just give a sweet kiss?" And he was like, "That's my sister." She was like, "I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
and
sorry."
she went like this. I know.
I know. Or there's been one that's pretty infamous of the guy. He's got his arm around her and like kind of she's obviously the side piece.
Yeah.
And then they go to her, and then he goes and he takes his arm away like he's like, oh shit, I don't want to be on
great.
TV because my girl's gonna see
You
it.
think it was real, or you think they were just
No,
doing a bit?
I don't think it was a bit.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, I was just thinking about this though, with this
Yeah.
woman who did oral sex gestures.
Yeah.
During the Denver Nuggets game because the fan cam was on her.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be an uptick in this because of the success of Haktua? Right? Do you think that there are some people that are sitting there thinking like, you know what? If I just make a beach reference, maybe I get my own podcast, I go on a media tour, go to Barstool.
I mean, listen, I'm sure there's some morons out there thinking that.
I mean, did you not think that once?
No, because that is even though it was like dirty, that was like one in a zillion. Like it was like it happened to get someone's attention. She happened to say one line of a random person walking around with a microphone. Like I understand what you're saying, but like I think it was more about what she said than someone just doing the gestures.
Well, I'm not saying everybody's going to do it right.
But right.
But I'm saying like if you go like, oh, you know what? I'd like to have the success of this person. I try to follow in that person's footsteps, right?
Spit on that thing.
That's what I'm saying. And now,
apparently her podcast is doing amazing.
Is
Apparently.
it?
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah. Have you been hearing the podcast?
No.
Okay, so who knows?
Yeah, you're right. I think she's funny.
Talk to her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's brilliant.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I've seen a lot of videos of people trashing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if people are listening. I guess I haven't looked up the
Talk to a girl.
the Talk to a numbers.
We got to stop going to our phones today.
Why?
We're
We
really
gotta get
sorry.
the facts.
We got to get the facts. Are you still cough laughing at the girl with the...
Yeah, the beach girl, yeah.
Do you know what's funny? Whenever I go to do that, whenever I go to like
Oh, no, it's doing
jokingly
all right.
do that, it's doing okay.
It's doing all right.
Whenever I do it, I always, because I'll come up with it fast. Like I look at Matt to try to make him laugh or something, or one of my friends,
Mm-hmm.
and I always put my tongue in the wrong place.
Oh.
Like I'm always go like the tongue back where the dick would be going in, or like when someone like does like the shooting themselves kind of thing, like they're like bored or something.
Yeah.
I always mess up the trajectory. Like I'll shoot under my chin and then it blows out the side. No, it blows out the top. I always like just mess it up and I look like an asshole.
You're just a little uncoordinated.
A little bit.
Yeah. When you're faux
Yes.
shooting yourself or sucking.
But once I'm really in it,
That's your specialty.
I gotcha.
Okay, that's good to know.
Me
That's good to-
gotcha.
I'm glad that that's out there.
Yeah.
For people to know. You wanted to tell me a story.
I have to tell you a quick story.
Tell me a quick story.
Well, it covers some of your favorite things. Me being completely irresponsible and forgetful. Matt and I being completely like unfit to be parents. And Parker really being the adult in this.
Just Parker.
So I got in a fight with him because he was coming back home when being out with his friends and we were all going to sleep and Parker was like, I have band in the morning. Daddy has to wake me up at this time. So
I mean, by the way, already it's like
well, no, because it's she hasn't done it yet. So like she has to get to school earlier and I was like, he's not going to be in the right mind when he gets home, even though I woke up and I told him and he was like, cool it. I do this every morning. I was like, do you have an alarm set? I checked before I left. He didn't. So I set an alarm. I wrote a note because she was like, please, I'm going to be really mad if you don't tell him. Cut to, I'm in the studio and I FaceTime long after they were supposed to be gone. And he's like, hello? And I was like, is everything okay? Like, you're getting to bed? And he goes, yeah, get off. I get her from school later. She comes home and she's like, I'm so mad at you.
at you.
Like, you promised. And I was like, what are you talking about? She said, I was late. I was late. You never told Dad. And I was like, oh, no, I told him. She got mad at him and he let her be mad at me all morning and didn't say, no, he was like, she didn't tell me anything.
Was it because he didn't remember?
Yeah, and then he kind of woke, he like slept a little bit longer.
But you wrote
It
him
was
a
like-
note.
Yeah, and I set an alarm, but he was hungover.
He snoozed it.
Yeah, he snoozed it way too many times, so she was late. So she left livid with me, and he was like, I don't know. She never said anything because he figured she would just forget. So then,
He figured she forgot.
right, so she comes home.
By
and
the time he's not going to see her till 3:00.
So she comes home and we're all there and I'm like, this is so messed up. She was like, Daddy, you let me think that you didn't like, and he was like, all right, but I was fine. You got there. And I was like, Matt, this is what annoys me. And I'm the whole thing. I'm like, I can't trust you. And we get into like a large fight because it was triggering.
Right.
Then he goes, I'm sorry, Colt. I'm sorry. Where's the scooter? Because I have to run up and go do something at the bank or something. And I was like, I don't know. I've ridden it maybe like 3 times.
And I know what happens when you ride it.
Right.
You get runned over.
So he goes, where did I put it? I'm like, did you lose the freaking scooter?
How do you lose a scooter?
He's thinking about when he was here. He went to this place. He's calling all the places. It's nowhere. And all
What places?
like his gym that he goes to, that he might take it to, or like a restaurant.
Just
that
figuring
he was
that
at.
he took the scooter someplace
Just
and then walked
left
home?
it. Yeah. So then all of a sudden I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God. I went to the eye doctor the other day. My eyes changed. I brought the scooter because I was running late because a meeting ran over. And then I went to a CVS right across the street from there, parked it in like the little vestibule, went in and got my stuff and left without the scooter.
So when I was just like, what is he, an idiot that he would just drive a scooter someplace and then walk home?
He has done it before. So that happened. So I go, I have to tell him. It's a very expensive thing. I was like, please don't be mad at me. And he was like, what?
And he's already called multiple locations.
Yes,
and
looked, he's freaking out. And I am livid with him. I've just literally read him the riot act. And he was like, what? I was like, I may have left the scooter at CVS. And he was like, he starts dancing. And I was like, you're not mad, right? And he was like, well, we just evened out. You can't be mad at me anymore. Like, you're the moron. Because I was livid. I was like, not going to speak to him the rest of the day. So just our ability or our inability to parent and live.
Right. And how did you feel when you realized you had left a scooter at CV? And was this days ago?
Days. So then he was like, so it's gone. Then we called. Then he had went. They were like, we put it in his back room. Somebody has the key. Then I went to get it. Then they're like, we don't have any scooter. And I was like, which one of you stole it?
Did you say it?
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, it's been days. They have every right to steal that scooter.
Yeah, right?
It's their scooter.
It is. I can't believe like Joe Schmo off the side of the road didn't go grab it or some.
If somebody left that scooter by my place.
It wasn't locked up.
No?
No.
And nobody took it.
No.
Wow, New York really is.
No, it usually would be. So it was just one of those things when I'm just like.
But so you did not get the scooter back?
No, we got it back.
Oh, you did?
A
so
few
you
days
did
later.
accuse them of stealing it, and they did not steal it?
Yeah, because Matt was like, I went in, they have it, but they don't have the manager with the keys going to be here this day. So I went in, and they were like, I don't know where the scooter is. And then I had him on the phone. I'm like, he just talked to somebody, and they were like, we don't know what. And I'm like, which one of you took it?
This life of yours.
I know. It's just.
This life of yours. Now, how do you feel when You go, well, I left the scooter for days at CVS.
I was so mad at him.
Matt came home late, drunk,
and
was late dropping our daughter off to band.
Yeah.
But because we both did a thing, now that all gets canceled out.
It did get canceled out because I was like, he's going to literally kill me. And he was like, she's going to kill me because I mean, she's right.
So we're good now.
Canceled out and we were fine.
Anything to take away from this or just like, oh, good?
Oh, good. We're good. We're back to square one. We're back to square one. We're back in like an okay place.
Nothing ever happened then.
Wait until the next fight.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, do you go like, okay, we have to figure out a new way to make sure that the kids get up in time?
No.
I have to figure out a way to not leave.
He has to. I'm on the air.
Right.
It's not my job.
Right.
I wish it was. I hate that I don't get to be with the kids in the morning and getting them ready for school.
Yeah.
And sometimes I often think he's unfit for that part of the day.
Because sometimes they're late.
Or forget everything.
Everything. Yeah. Children, you're naked and have no box.
Sorry. Could you maybe go back?
You can't come into school like this.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah. So.
But that's kind of how you live your life, huh?
Right. But
you kind of just go like, let's just solve the problem in the immediate that'll take us to whatever's immediately next.
Well, isn't that good of me? I'm not looking too far ahead and getting myself all worked up. I'm tackling the problem in the moment.
No,
Baby
it's not
steps.
Good of you. No, it's not good of you at all. Because you're going after symptoms.
What?
You're not going after like the disease.
Right.
You're going after the symptoms of the disease.
Okay, but eventually, if I get enough symptoms,
That's not how that
I'll
works.
kill it.
No, nope. Mm-mm.
I can't really kill symptoms, right?
No, I mean you can get rid of the
Treats
symptoms, but
the
you still
symptoms,
you still have
yeah.
the disease.
Oh, it's still just going to lie dormant there.
It's not even dormant. It's
No,
still
it
active.
is wildly active.
Yeah, that's not what dormant means. No, it's very active. You're just like,
I don't know.
You know.
It was just me, and I just shook my head, and I was like, okay, another day, another Ryan day. Just who we are.
yeah.
But it's just one. And then this is leaving the scooter a week after I left the iPad on the plane, my luggage
God.
in the Hudson News thing. It's been a rough go of it. I think I need 2025. I think that'll make everything better.
This is like the third year in a row you've said that.
I mean, eventually it's got to work. If at first you don't succeed,
I
try again.
I do like though that now it's the tradition that every like October, November, you just kind of tap out.
I just got to get to the end. I'm just trying to get to the finish line.
Yeah.
And we will.
I mean, it's been everything's going well. You're doing well, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think things are good. We have our health.
You have your health,
We have good jobs.
good jobs, great family,
Just-
decent place to live.
Right. We just have a bad disease.
Yeah. Well, you're attacking
Spreading.
some of the very minor symptoms of a horribly contagious, deadly disease.
Like I always say, love me or leave me. And you're not going to leave me.
I mean, I'm not.
I
no.
mean, if anyone's leaving anyone, it's me leaving Matt. He'll never leave me. Ever.
You don't think so?
No, I know so.
Why is that?
I don't know.
He's just attached to you. That's so cool.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. My grandmother used to say, make sure you fall in love with somebody who loves you just a little bit more than you love them. And I did.
And you did.
I found that. Thank you.
You found somebody that loves you.
Grams, love
now,
you.
yeah. Have you ever dated anybody that you loved them more?
Maybe like once or twice.
And did that drive you absolutely? I feel like that would drive you insane.
Yeah, because I lose control.
Right. You would not be able to function.
I have to have some semblance of control.
Does Matt ever like test you?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning like the way like
Weekly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the way like
I'm pretty sure I could like stab him in the chest and he would be like, let's move on.
Yeah, I mean I can't imagine any behaviors that you would exhibit that would make somebody go, that everything else before this was fine, but that's a red flag.
Right. That's
everything
true.
that would be a red flag has
yeah.
already been exhibited.
Yeah.
So it's almost like,
Yeah. I got you.
We're good. I signed up for it.
Yeah.
At this point, maybe a year, 2 years in, but at this point, it's like,
too far in.
yeah, the product is as described.
And it is as described.
Yeah.
Right? As seen on television.
This is what you ordered.
Yeah. And I feel as though I like what I say to the kids is when like, well, why can't we do this? I'm like, everybody's families are different. This is how our family does it, and this is what their family does. I don't care what their parents are doing this, and it's the same thing. This is how our family does it in complete chaos and disarray.
Right.
Other families might not do that.
That's
Sorry.
true. That's true.
You're
But
stuck with us.
You have affection for each other,
Yes. Very much. I love him to death.
and for the children are doing great.
Yeah.
So it's almost like Yeah, at one point I go,
My bad behaviors is rewarded.
that's what I mean. Yeah, it's like a functional addict.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I mean, I guess you could just keep doing what you're doing. Like it seems like
It's like you're still killing it.
you should absolutely slow down and change everything. Like it's like my instinct is to be like, no, you should change absolutely everything. But it's like, well,
It's working.
I mean, if professionally and personally you're flourishing, which I would argue
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah. But then there's definitely cracks,
There's
right?
a lot
Because
of- I mean, I'm going to tell you something about this house of yours. It's built on a very weak foundation.
it
You
could crumble at any
basically-
moment.
You built a mansion on a sinkhole, knowing it was a sinkhole, and you went like this. But I woke up this morning.
Right.
I'm not sinking right now.
And like, what's life without a little risk?
Right. No,
Right?
I think there's a lot of risk. But yeah.
But my therapist
Okay.
obviously sees the cracks because she's like, yeah, like maybe let's like up the these sessions we have, a couple per week. And
Is
not
that what
just
she's
one.
thinking? The therapist is going a
Yeah.
little more sessions?
We've been doing more sessions.
Has it been helpful?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that means I need it.
That's good, though.
Go for Cocoa Puffs. It's me. Love me.
No,
or leave me.
therapy's good. Therapy's good. Therapy's
therapy.
normalized.
I love to be therapized.
You do.
I love a good therapization.
Are you a good patient?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Because
everyone's
you like to talk about yourself.
yeah, I like to talk about myself, but also like they make me think about things in a different way than I would have. That's like why when a therapist is good.
Have you ever been to a therapist that like you don't like the way they talk to you or they like disagree and you're like,
Go fuck yourself.
yeah,
And then get up and leave.
you done that?
Yeah. There was one lady, she was a dick. But like
Yeah.
anybody that's done therapy, you have to like shop for the right one.
Of course. And sometimes it's like, wait a minute.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Are you giving me? Are you judging
Yeah.
me right now?
Yeah.
Because if you're judging me right now,
One was a pill pusher, which I was like,
that's dangerous. That's dangerous.
And even I had the wherewithal to be like, I don't. This is a bad idea.
yeah,
Right?
bad idea. And also, you're not getting what you want out of it,
No.
right? If they're just there pushing pills, well, you're getting what you didn't know you wanted out of it,
Right.
right? But if they're just there, kind of
Yeah.
pushing their thing, it's like they're not
Yeah.
actively talking to you and
Yeah.
trying to work
And
through
this
things.
this therapist started after the accident because I was having like a little PTSD, and then
Sure.
we got into. Then she was like, "Hey, let me peel away a few more layers." Oh, you fucked up, girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this
We have a lot to work with here.
this has nothing to do with
This
the
is
accident.
a project that's
Yeah.
going to take a few years.
The
to get
accident is fine.
secondary.
Yeah. Yeah, you know it's bad when they go, did I ever tell you? Oh boy. Oh boy. We're going to need to up our sessions, I think. We got a lot to talk about. Yeah.
Well, whatevs.
Yeah, no.
I'm
I
here,
get
flourishing,
it.
like you said.
Yeah. We're
Flourishing.
we're flourishing. Yeah, I've done minimal amounts of therapy. It doesn't.
I don't think I could. I feel like I could picture you in therapy, and it could be an SNL skit
How
because
so?
you would be playing them,
Right.
You would be like testing them or throwing it back to them. Like, so, like, why do you think that is? I don't know. Why do you think that is?
Why do you think? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like you would torture.
Especially
them.
once I got comfortable.
You would be a bad patient.
You think so?
Horrible.
Right.
Also, like, I think you would think that you knew more than them.
What if I did?
I mean, it's a possibility, but you have
Right.
to like,
I went to Syracuse.
but you have to surrender to the process and get out of like I know my shit. Like I know myself. I've got it all covered.
Yeah.
You have to surrender.
But don't you think I kind of.
You do. I always tell you often when you tell me something, when I'm telling you a problem, that's exactly what my therapist said.
Right, that's great. That's great.
Right. So you're not only the last professional broadcaster, you're also a doctor.
Right. And a lawyer. I think I could be a lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah, you could.
I'm a good arguer.
Yeah. You were
I don't know
great
the
arguer.
law that good.
I don't think I've ever won an argument with you.
I don't think so. You've won a lot of arguments.
I have.
Even if some of them get canceled out because of other bad behaviors. Well, look, it's been a wild one. It's been a real one.
It is.
Yes. I'm glad we did it. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube,
Yeah.
in audio, both. You can listen to us. You can watch us. Satisfying Podcast, wherever you get video and audio. And yeah,
And do the 5-star thing.
Oh,
that
yeah.
helps. Leave comments.
comments, reviews.
I mean, say nasty. I don't care what you say about me.
Likes.
Like us.
Yeah.
Hate us. Love us or leave us.
That's right.
That's what I say.
But please don't leave.
Don't leave. We need you. We want you. We love you.
We'll talk soon.
Okay.